What's up guys, my name's Hugh Miller, and a few days ago Her Interactive dropped a brand new video teasing Nancy Drew Mystery of the Seven Keys. I'm super excited about this one. I think this highlights some cool new things, so let's take a watch and then we'll dive right into breaking it down. Here we go.
Another word learned. I love learning new languages. This doesn't feel quite right.
If you have anything further to say, you can talk to my lawyer, Miss Drew.
Okay, so there's a few neat things in here that we got to take a look at. So as we go along, I'll just sort of skip through this bit here. Checking off the next item of our checklist, the journal. So that's something to take a look at there. And they tease it right here. So this is really interesting. So we get a couple concept art pieces for the journal. We've got version 1 and we've got version 2. Now, they're obviously showing two different styles for the actual icon, but is this icon, this is where I'm really curious about the user interface. Like, is this going to be similar to games 16 to 25, where they have a whole bunch of little icons you can click on and it'll like open that part of the UI? Like, if it's gonna be like that, it would make a lot of sense why this looks this way, because obviously these square backgrounds aren't like super high res, otherwise they would have been extra crisp, but they're the same resolution as the actual journals themselves. So to me, this seems like we're gonna be getting maybe a user interface similar to White Wolf or Alibi and Ashes or whatever, but maybe not, identical to it, but similar functions, I think. But either way, I think it's kind of cool. I think it's great they're bringing the physical journal back at all. It's just awesome. I've really missed that a lot, so it's going to be great to see that again. I think it looks pretty good. Kind of has a resorting to danger kind of feel to it, so I kind of like that too, which is pretty neat. So as we go along here, we'll zoom out. So here's a better look at the actual journal, assuming this is the one that, it says concept images, but I'm assuming this is kind of where they really start to build up the real design for the journal. I'm really interested in this because there's a line going right down here. You can see it's a very thin line. I'm curious what they were covering up, or if that line is part of the design. That's a weird thing to include in the design, so I assume they're covering something up. And the fact that all the text just kind of like faded in here, to me means it's all placeholder. Like, this was all done probably in Canva or whatever they used to edit this. I assume it was Canva, and that's what I'm thinking all this is. So they're just saying this is how this could look. Dictionary words will show up, so technically Nancy could have like a whole log of stuff, which means we'll probably be hearing check words a lot, which is kind of cool. And if we go along here, then we get another glimpse of the full journal spread. Now, there's a lot of text in here that is all in Latin. This is all placeholder Latin. You can find this simply just by typing a new text box in Photoshop or Illustrator, and it'll just auto-populate with this text. And so there's nothing special about it. It's not actually in Czech. But either way, we've also got an Easter egg. Now, what I don't know, because I don't actually have a subscription to Canva, I don't know if this Easter egg is like a Canva graphic or something, or if it's actually part of the concept art along with these other icons here. But either way, the fact that these all say title here, title here, title here, question mark, we don't even know what is that actually. That's probably a case file is what that is. And this is blurred out, so I'm very curious what exactly is going to be going on here. If it actually is alluding to an Easter egg we'll find, or if it's alluding to something completely different and possibly bigger and more exciting. So here we go. Okay, so this actually looks like to be a book, and so this icon is the same one that's down here. So we've got that. So I'm pretty sure that's a book. Another book, probably dictionary or maybe journal, but probably a journal based on the looks of it. Pen, a couple of pieces of a coffee espresso machine, and an Easter egg. So I wonder if everything's going to be stored in here, or maybe. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious. But you can obviously like click on them and it'll give you a whole a little explanation. And again, this is all, as far as I know, placeholder text. It's all just kind of like a jumble of words. But we've also got Sunny was here. Now, I don't know if there's going to be Sunny June references in this game, or if they're just there as another Easter egg for the marketing. We don't know. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Little alien fella down there. We'll find out. But either way, we got a Coco Kringle sticker down here too, so that could be another Easter egg towards Sunny June, but who knows? And now we've got the suspect list. So V2 is approved. This is kind of interesting too. So V2 means version 2. So I assume they're talking about version 2 of the journal. And again, this is all still more Latin. We don't know what this is. We don't know who any of these guys are. For all I know, this could be like Oscar, Elka, more characters, none of those characters, I don't know. Radek's here, so he's apparently a suspect officially, and someone else. Could be just an empty slate, could be to be determined. Hard to know. Could be Hans. We don't know. We don't know. Speaking of Hans, actually, we get a little audio clip of Hans. And they kind of allude to that here with a little meme from Incorrect Nancy Drew Quotes. The reason this is blurred out, by the way, is because it literally has nothing to do with the game and with any of this. It's all just like fan theories and stuff. So if you want to go to Incorrect Nancy Drew Quotes, you can go and take a look at what the unblurred stuff is. I also want to point out the flag in the background is a lovely little German flag. So that's interesting. Hans fan theories not quite right. Interesting. Either way, there's a German flag in the background. The music for this video belongs to The Captive Curse. Takes place in Germany. So I think they're heavily, and with the puzzle from last week, I think they're heavily alluding to the fact that this guy, Hans, is German. So I'm super curious to see, what he's like, what comes of it, and that's about it. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. I know I saw some kind of mixed feelings about some of it, and I personally am, I think it looks good, and I think that the journal looks kind of cool and probably going to be a fun thing to use. So I'm all for it personally. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but that's it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day.